Welcome to Scared City Sex Shop. We're trying to get a leg up on the competition, if you know what I mean. Swat.
Hey YouTube, this is Scott with Scared City Productions. We're doing a little bit behind the scenes of, we're actually going to be building a...
Hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal.
You.
That's a band we can start, the behind the scenes. That's a band we can start, the behind the sceners.
The behind the scenes. Hey YouTube, this is Scott with Scared City Productions. Coming to you, you Tony.
Hey guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and let us know in the comments what you think about our videos. And if there's anything you want to see us talk about, then please let us know.
Hey YouTube, this is Scott with Scared City Productions. We're doing a little bit behind the scenes today at our haunted house and our slaughter shed. We've pretty much ripped a lot of the stuff out, and we're going to build a glorious wall.
It's going to be a great grand wall. It's going to go all the way around. We're going to have other haunted houses.
Four corner walls.
We're going to have other haunted houses come out and build our wall and then pay us to look at them.
So this is just a little look of the open space. We'll kind of take a couple shots before we get started. But y'all stay tuned, and I hope you like everything that you see. The other day, I didn't introduce a couple of the workers that are helping me. I've got TJ and Tori here helping us, and I just kind of wanted to acknowledge that. And that's a big part of who we are is the workers and everybody who pretty much gives forth the effort to make everything possible.
I'll quit standing around and get to work.
Yeah. So can you totally see that I'm sitting on a quarter stool right now in the camera?
I don't know if you can or not.
Totally sitting on a toilet.
Yeah. It's like a geriatric toilet for somebody that can't get down and squat on a toilet. It's seen its better days. It's got a handle missing, that sort of thing. We've been using it to solve it.
It sets well.
It does sit well.
That's why I'm sitting on it.
Mm-hmm.
Feel good
Supposed to
about
sit
it.
well. Toilet.
I feel good about it. So what are we doing?
I'm a philosophizer.
I figured we would talk about what we're doing. We're on day 4, 5, 6. What are we on?
Probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5. And whether you folks out there on YouTube have seen it yet or not, we had a paranormal investigation out here the other night. We're going to post some of the results from that. The residents, as we like to call them, of the house were not real happy to have us out there the other night. I don't know why they were so grouchy. Normally they like having us out there, and normally we like having them with us.
Yeah, we usually like our K2 meter, the EMF that we've got, the EMF meter usually spike, and we honestly thought that we didn't get anything until he started doing the tedious work of going through and listening to every audio and stuff clip that we've got. And,
most of it's on EVP. Most of the good stuff that I've found so far is on a recorder. So, but we're just getting started.
But what's nice, you bought 3 night vision cameras, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully here soon we'll actually have not only audio, but we'll also have night vision cameras. Yeah. So I think he's about to show
we
you.
had them before, but not like this. And I had one, and I used it until it quit.
Yeah.
I wore it out completely.
Well, we typically, you know, just use it for our haunted house for promo videos and making sure that people were, you know, being safe and just more for our own amusement. But now we're getting it out there to y'all, so you're able to see it. But
this little camera. This is a camera, by the way. Some of you, if you're on Facebook like me, I made a mistake, and I can't even tell you the company's name or who had it, but I bought 2 off of an ad that was posted on Facebook. I've had pretty good luck with buying stuff that's posted on Facebook, and the ones that I bought off of Facebook were the first things that I bought that did not work. And because they came from a Chinese company that had, you know, I'd never heard of or whatever, didn't really have a whole lot of getting my money back. These came from Amazon, and these dudes work. I've checked them myself, and they work just fine, just like they're supposed to.
It's got it picks up noise as well.
Yes, yeah, it's got a camera. So, it's a fully functioning camera. It picks up sound. The picture is, you know, all things considered, because the sensor in it's got to be small, so the picture's okay, but it works. It does exactly what you're supposed to do. It's 1080p.
The infrared's better than the regular camera.
Infrared looks better than you know, than the other camera that I was using. So hopefully, I haven't really given this thing a run for its money yet. I want to see how long it takes before the battery quits or it fills up with information on the card. But I only got a 16 gigabyte card because I'm using it to enhance the video that I take in other places. I'd still like to get an actual camera that does infrared night vision, full spectrum kind of stuff. But for now, those will at least work, and I can use those in lieu of something else until we get something else.
And again, we don't have one. We actually have 3 of them. So.
And those little dudes you can hang up anywhere. So we're probably going to have those in the haunted house for promotional purposes and things come October. And it's going to make my life a whole lot easier, because that means instead of trying to run from place to place to place where customers are going through and trying to get some action shots, I can just hang them up, turn them on, let them go, and come back later and get them and see what's on it. And I'll get 4 times as much, because I'll get the 3 cameras. May end up ordering more. They're cheap. They're like $30 a piece. May end up getting more of them before October gets here, so I can have that much more video, because I can never have enough video. I just, you know, every year it's a fight for me, because I'm doing other things around here too, just like everybody else is, and I'm trying to wear 4 or 5 hats at one time, and trying to get the video and action promo shots on top of everything else that we're doing is a challenge. So,
well, and let's see, you can see that we're actually kind of outside in a little barn shed scene right now. This is one of our haunts. We're pretty much tearing this thing almost down to the ground and rebuilding it. This is the only haunted house that we do that does go outside at some point. The rest of our stuff is either inside a building or inside an inflatable haunted house, or inside a real jail. I mean, pretty much everything's closed in, but this one is the only one that we have on our premises, in which I don't think we've really talked a whole lot about our haunted houses. Maybe the first video might have talked a little bit about it.
We touched on it. We didn't really.
But we, you know, and I know that we introduce ourselves as Scared City Productions, but during October, when we operate and we run, we're Scared City Haunted House. And we have 6 different things, you know, on our premises. And the one that we're redoing is called our slaughter shed. And that's where we're at right now. And I don't know if you're going to see some of the video from one of the builds before you see this or not. But we're giving it almost like Ash versus the Evil Dead type feel. So it's got a like rickety cabin. Is kind of what we're going for the most part. So it's going to be all old wood.
Or if you prefer Friday the 13th, kind of King Crystal Lake kind of thing.
Yeah.
Except there's no Crystal Lake.
Yeah. But I mean, it's going to have an old cabin feel for the most part. Tearing down all the walls from the old haunt, which were you know, plywood walls, and actually giving it you know, wood planks and everything else like that. So it's a little more extensive look, and it's taking a little more time. But we're starting extremely early. We typically don't really start going in full effect until about August.
Yeah.
But we started in April this year.
It's starting to get hot.
So.
It's starting to get hot, so we are kind of taking a break for just a minute. We're waiting for our tools to get here, and we're just kind of chilling for the moment. So we
Always gotta shoot footage. That's what my buddy told me. He says when you got an opportunity, you shoot. Little shout out to Santiago.
We're showing the build because, you know, I figured if we're going to sit here and cool off a little bit, I figured we'd talk a little bit about what we're doing, because I'm going to be showing these time-lapse videos of us working on the shed and what we're building and that sort of thing. We're not going to show everything, of course, because we don't want to give away everything we're doing, because then there's no point in going through. But we can show you what we're building and what it looks like, and the before and after, some of that stuff, and that kind of thing. Or if you've ever been through, you know what the shed looked like before, and you're going to see a huge difference.
Yeah, and that's what we want. You know, we've been so busy, I think, the last 4 or 5 years, that the reason why we haven't, you know, really overhauled everything is that, you know, we were working on the prop side of our business, and, you know,
This year,
we kind of extended ourselves a little bit too much, but we've made it easier on ourselves of the process of how we make the stuff, how we buy things now, so it doesn't take nearly the amount of time to make any of our stuff like it did, you know, in the past. We're also not going to as many shows. We don't need to go to
shows. We're not going to long distance shows. We're going to more. We're actually going to more shows, but we're not going to the ones that take us 13, 14 hours of driving one way just to get there to set up for a full week and then tear down and come back.
Yeah.
Instead, we're doing local.
And I mean, we'd be gone for a full week for usually 2 to 3 day show. and you know, and it was fun. We made money at doing it.
I think we actually made more though locally if we do local show here,
Yeah.
here. Comic cons, a lot
But-
of Comic cons.
Shoot, just doing Trans World and the opportunities that we've had this year has just been tremendous. That I don't feel like that we need to you know, branch out and try to get all the little scraps and stuff that we were doing at the beginning, because we were just trying to get my foot in the door.
Yeah.
I feel like our foot's in the door. I feel like we're pretty much in the doorway.
And people know who we are now, and they know what we make, and they know the kind of stuff that we do, and they like our stuff, and we've got a lot of repeat customers come through, not just the haunted house, but our props,
Yeah.
you know, and special orders and that kind of thing, and, you know.
I
so
mean,
it's-
there's escape rooms that use us. Matter of fact, Keith from Natural State Escape from the last little convention.
Episode 24.
Yeah, he buys stuff from us fairly regular. I mean, we've got stuff in pretty much the top 10 haunted houses, at least 5 or 6 of them,
Yeah.
of the top 10 in the United States. So I mean, that's a pretty big deal to us. I mean, Six Flags, we're in a couple Six Flags. Universal Studios has bought stuff from us. So I mean, we've got sets and scenes in theme parks. We've done movies and everything else. So I mean, and now we're actually doing the production side of it. So I mean, I had a little taste of being in a movie last year, and pretty much from that point on, I've just wanted to keep doing it, and it's fun being in
I'm
front
good.
of. It's fun being in front of the camera. It's
I'm good.
fun being.
I'm already doing enough. I don't need any more. I'm good. I'll do what I got to do here, and I'll just.
He'll do it. He'll do it.
I save most of my acting for right here.
No, I put a costume on him, and I say action and say, hey, you're gonna rip somebody out of this. He's gonna be game on. Don't let him.
Well, okay, I might be game on that.
Yeah, because it's gonna happen. And we've got an actually pretty good writing team for the production side of it. You know, William and Devin.
Mm-hmm.
They actually wrote the movie Entrenchment, and they wrote us a little short film.
Very soon we're going to be working on it.
Yeah, we were actually hoping to go ahead and be filming on that, but
We're waiting for everybody. It's hard to get everybody free because everybody
yeah,
works.
we got to get everybody. We was going to film it, I think, last weekend or weekend before, but we had William and Devin. William had to work, and Devin was already in a play, so she wasn't able to be there. So.
Yeah, and when it comes to that horror short stuff, that's kind of where we have to take a back seat and ask them, okay, what do we need to do? Because that's what they specialize in. We do what we can with our videos and stuff like that, but when it comes to actually shooting an actual horror short that's supposed to be, maintain continuity and have certain cinematography and stuff like that, we're gonna have to rely on them because William and Devin know this stuff and we don't.
I mean, but where we come into the fact is again the set designs and prosthetics, the weaponry, pretty much the special effect makeup. I mean, I don't think that there's anything really that me and Jeff and Tony couldn't do. If we wanted to cut someone's head off, I think we could cut someone's head off.
Yeah, we figure something out.
I mean, we've got a green screen, and actually we've even got.
I've got a brand new green screen that I've been dying to use and haven't even pulled out of the package yet.
So I'm sure we can make that happen because we've made a glass float.
Yeah.
So that was actually pretty entertaining.
That was funny.
So if if y'all are following us on Facebook or or
Yeah, that's what
YouTube,
Facebook it's still there too.
Yeah, just go to the videos, and I think it's called something like messing with the green screen.
It's either gonna mess with the green screen or Adam gets his milk. I can't remember what it is.
it's something stupid, but we ended up doing a Christmas hunt, and we pretty much floated a Scared City mug that had milk in it.
Yeah.
And we done it over to Adam, and Adam grabs it. And
We so happened Adam was sitting in front of the green screen, and I don't even remember what background I used at that point, but he was talking about Santa Claus. We had a Christmas haunt that we were getting ready to do. It was a one-night thing, and we were just messing around. But we happened to have a green morph suit, and when I took and keyed out,
I put the morph suit on my hand.
yeah, and
When they put it all on my body,
Yeah.
I put it on my hand.
and when I keyed out the green screen, it keyed out his arm too. So when he hands him the milk, it's like the milk just whoop, there it is.
So just in case you didn't know out there, a green morph suit, you can key it out.
Yeah.
So
We think we're hilarious, by the way. I'm not.
it was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
I laughed for a while.
Just to be stupid, it was pretty funny.
But I think we're getting a little bit off track of the little shed out here and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So the majority of our room walls are out. I've got the structure going down the middle of the building is still there, and I think it'll probably be intact for the most part. But we've ripped out all the rooms except one.
You know, we've still got a few walls up, but not many. And we've got a few more to tear out yet. On the
That's
other
what I'm
side.
saying. We got.
Yeah.
But
We're gonna
at that point, I mean, it's pretty much just an
open canvas.
yeah.
But once we get it built, I mean, of course, there's the other aspect of it, which we don't want to forget about, and that's our actors. BJ's usually the one that runs our shed out here, and he does a really good job out here, and that's the other aspect to it. You don't have some good actors come out here. This back here is really, like I said, was our experiment.
Yeah.
And for a long time we didn't have, it was a real plain, twisty-turny, plain, janky-looking shed, and it was our actors that made it what it is, and then it became one of our
I mean, it's this.
best known, aside from, I mean, of course, each of our haunted attractions is known for its own thing, but the sheds are more grown up. We throw the kitchen sink at you, and we're going to pull you up in corners and that kind of thing.
Majority of the people do both our main house and the shed for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, the main house is our bread and butter. I mean, that's the one that's the longest.
And that's your garden variety haunted house too.
So I mean, it's longer. We've got more
detail.
toys, a lot more detail in there, and we're actually going to add quite a bit more this year as well. So both the main house and then the shed are going to have some similarities, but they're going to kind of play off of each other. Where the main house is going to be like the beginning of a movie, where you can tell something's starting to go wrong and awry, and then when you get out here to the shed is when you start hitting the climax of the movie, and it starts getting real. And like he said earlier, this was our experiment. I mean, the first year or two,
We had no idea what we were doing back here.
not on this one. I mean, I knew that I wanted to gear something towards adults. And so I let them talk in adult language. Since then,
We said shit and fucking that kind of thing.
since then we don't have to rely on that. I mean, that's not really, we figured out after year two of it
for a while, 4-letter words was all we had out here because we were trying to hurry up and get it built and try to get it open because the people on the radio said we were going to have it open, and we were like, uh-oh.
And at that point, we really didn't even have a theme. But
Yeah.
at this point, I wouldn't call this one a flat-out extreme haunt by any means. But
Not by comparison, some stuff.
yeah, I mean we're
Russ McCamey.
Yeah, I mean we sold stuff to Russ too. But it's a shout out to you there, McCamey man. You know, we do let them touch them in this one. I mean, not, of course, I don't let them grope or anything like that. You know, they'll let them separate the groups, and they'll physically get in there and they'll separate them. You know, if you're a girl, they'll end up probably brushing your hair. If you're a guy, even guys, if they've got long hair, probably more so than the girls. I mean, it's not uncommon for us to take, if they're wearing hats or sunglasses or whatever, we're going to take them off and we're going to wear them.
We're going to wear it.
So we're able to split you up and bounce you in a circle for as long as we want
As long as we want to.
So if for some reason, if we're having a slow night, you might be in the shed for 20, 30 minutes.
20, 30 minutes.
And,
Till we get tired of messing with you or whatever.
you know, and you're not like in a lot of the other haunted houses. You stay on a path and you're going to continue to walk until you're out. And that's the way the rest of our stuff is. But back here, you know, I let them do a little bit more. And they're all kind of like I don't know, wrong turn type people, you know, where they're not right. Most of them that actually, I mean, yeah, I mean, we are Arkansas, but
yeah. What were we talking about? The haunted house. Being haunted. That's what we're talking about. I'm no expert, but it seems like our EVPs get a lot more hits than anything else does.
well, the last time we were out here, our K2 meter and EMF was
They were
off the charts.
They were all, yeah, they were off the chain there a couple times, but this last one, you know, on the whole, it seems like we get a lot more hits on the EVP. That's probably a big class typically how she's doing. So everybody makes God happy. Give us a like,
subscribe,
share. We would appreciate it.
make the world go round. Because we're producing stuff for y'all. Because we're definitely not getting paid for it right now. So,
Not right now.
we're doing it for y'all.
We are here
The people.
for you.
Definitely not here for my wife right now. Because she ain't come with my tools.
Thanks for watching Scared City production videos, and make sure you subscribe to our channel.